Hello, guys. How are you? Good morning and good afternoon. Depends on where you are in this world. I don't know because I know that for sure I have people following me all over the world. Good morning. Again, good afternoon, guys. So, this topic for today, I want to talk to you guys about why women suffer and more in relationships than men. And it's a very, you may have your own opinion. That's my opinion. That's what I believe. But if you have a different opinion, a different experience, of course, I would like to know what's your point of view about what you believe, why you believe women suffers more in relationship than men. So more women always ended up heartbroken in relationships. I'm not, so you guys know that. And this is the reason why women operate with time. Men operate with love. Yes, I said it. What's the most important things for a woman in a relationship is time. Time is very, very valuable to any women in a relationship. And love is very, very valuable for a man in a relationship. So now, how I explain this, right? This is why time is very important for women in a relationship. And again, this is why they suffer the most as well. Uh, I'm going to give you a couple examples. Okay, when you first meet a woman, when you meet them, first thing they say, right? Oh, this guy, if he's interested in me, he will get my number. Time. Or why he takes so long to come talk to me. Why he takes so long. I don't think he's interested in me because he takes so long to approach me. Time. When the guy finally approached them and they give the guy their number, right? They give the guy their numbers. They're expecting a phone call in X amount of time. They may say like, okay, so if I give him my number, he should be calling me after 1 day. Meaning, if you don't call me after 1 day, maybe he's not interested, right? And if you call him after 2 or 3 or 4 days, there you most likely not gonna be lucky enough because she's gonna be like, yo, I give you my number if you're interested. Maybe because you're bored, that's why you called me. But I give you my number last like 2 days ago. If you're interested, you should have called me the next day. That's women expectation. Again, time. When you talk to them now, when they give you the number and you call them and you talk to them, they're expecting you to take them out at a certain period of time. If a woman gives you their number and you start talking to them for a week, they're expecting you to ask them on a date. And if you don't ask them on a date, for them, you are not interested. And now, let's say after a week you take them on a date. After that first date or second date, they're trying to tell you, hey, we've been talking and going on dates for 2 weeks. I want to know who we are now. Again, time. Everything they're doing, it's time. Okay, we've been dating for 2 weeks. I want to know what's the next move now. So now the next move, they want to know if they're gonna be exclusive or if they're gonna be the only girlfriend or if you're gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend. Fine. Now you start dating. You know the expectation? We've been dating for 5 months. You never tell me what's up. Meaning, you know what? They're looking to, they're trying to see, okay, it's time for you now to propose to them. Okay? So now that after 5 months, you propose, now they're gonna try to tell you, oh, you proposed to me like a year ago, why we still not married? And when you married them, they're gonna be telling you, hey, we married now for 2 years. I need to start having kids. So women move by time, and whereas men, we operate with love. It takes us time to do, to fulfill women's expectations. So this is why sometimes women are very impatient when they feel like, yo, this guy been talking to me for 2 months and then he never take me on any dates. And then you know what they do? They drop that man and they move to another man. And when they realize that, man, this guy been talking to me for like 5 months, he never proposed to me. And then when you don't fulfill that expectation of them, they're gonna drop you and move to another man. So this is why sometimes you see like a woman, you be telling them like, yo, like he has so many boyfriend, or girlfriend, and they have so many boyfriend or whatever. It's just the fact that they're not patient with time, and they're not patient, and time is very, very important to them. Time is very important for women. So at a certain time, a woman have a certain expectation in a relationship, and if you cannot provide them that, if you cannot fulfill that expectation within that period of time, most likely her love for you gonna start decreasing. Women love faster than men. Men can pretend they love you just because they want something from you, but it takes men time to love. You may be with a man, and they may trying to see, if you are the right woman for them. Then it may take them a month. It may take them 2 months, or you may give your number to a man, or the man might be talking to you on the phone, but he's trying to figure out if you are the right woman for him to take on a date. Like, I'm not talking about the man that is just looking for sex. I'm talking about a man that is looking for a relationship. When a man is looking for a relationship, it takes them time to study you, to know who you are, and see if you are the right person for them. Not because if you are talking to that man and you be talking to them on the phone for like 2 or 3 weeks and they don't ask you on a date, and for you to drop them and thinking like you've been talking to them for 3 weeks and they should have already asking you on a date. The men trying to figure out if you are the right woman for them. And sometimes if you are in a relationship with a man, or boyfriend and girlfriend, sometimes it may take that man time to see like if you are the wifey material. And it may take them time to realize if you are the one for them. Because a lot of times the man that is looking for a relationship, he's not only looking for sex. And this is why sometimes women think just because they're having sex with a man and they give the man the sex anytime he wants, then the man should marry them. And that's the biggest mistake a lot of women make. They go and have sex and thinking sex is equal to love. The man can have sex with you every day, all day, but you're still not, he still may take time for him to, to see if you are the one that he wants to marry. So my advice to you ladies, sometimes you have to understand men operates different than men. Men operates different than women. So the amount of time, like for instance, I'll give you an example, quick example. We catch love after a woman catch love. Like, I'll give you an example. You may be talking to a woman for 5 months and you still not be able to see like, okay, if that woman is the right one to propose to. And after 5 months for the women, her love starts decreasing when you don't make this move. Whereas the men, this is when we want to make that move after 6 months or 7 months, because it takes us a longer time to love. It takes us a longer time to see if you are the right one for that thing. Sometimes a man might just come, and then he may just be interested in sex, and then when he come, and then he see that you have more potential than just sex, and then with time he realize that, okay, you know what, this girl is just more than sex. I want more. I want to do more with her. And then this is why sometimes you see like people say, oh yeah, this guy just come for sex, and then he stay in the relationship, because you give them the time to actually discover the women that you are. But if you are just somebody looking for sex, or if you want a man to just, to just sex, or like if you want to be abused in a relationship sexually, because Me, I believe any man that just go and have sex with a woman with the intention of not staying and give that woman false promise, for me, it's an abuse sexual. It's a sexual abuse. That's how I see it. Because you know why? Because you lie to get to her panties. If because if you lie to get it, it's fraud. And if it's fraud, for me, it's it's fraud. Any man that just go and talk to a woman and talk to a woman and lie to get to their panties, it's an abuse for me because you lie to get what you want. But yeah, guys. So when, like for instance, I may be in a relationship with somebody for like 2 3 years, and during that 2 3 years, I'm trying to say, okay, if that person gonna be the wife, right? So, and then for a woman, after 2 3 years, you don't make them that wife, and their love start decreasing for you. And then this is when they start going outside and trying to see other people that is looking for them. You got what I'm saying? Trying to see other people that is, that may be interested in them. And a lot of times, and they make a lot of mistake too. Then the way they make the mistake is just like sometimes they go and chase the love, and they get the love so quickly, and then they think like that's the love. But no, the person was just looking for sex. And um, sometimes again, what I want you to understand, it takes a man longer to love, and when a man say they love you, they love you. I'll give you an example. You can do that experiment, and I know a lot of you guys may experience the same thing, and I'm gonna explain to you what I'm talking about, right? So let's say a woman that live by themselves, I mean a woman live by herself, and a man live by himself, right? Two different people, two different scenario. You are like another man is quicker to move into the women house than another woman to move to that man house. Listen to what I'm saying. If a single woman living by herself, it's quicker to that single woman to bring it's quicker for another woman to bring a single man into that home to live with her than that man to bring another woman to live with him. Because what? The woman gonna be like, yo, I know him. Because women always think they know people. A woman that be talking to you for 2 months, they'll be talking to you for 3 weeks, and they already think they know you. And the moment they think they know you, they're willing to do anything for you. So if a single woman live by herself and you tell them you want to come live with them, they're going to tell you, yeah, you can come. Serious, serious, serious. And you know why? For men, it's different. If a man live by himself, a woman trying to come and live with him in a short period of time, like after 2 months, the men going to tell you no. A lot of times, women think the men say no because the men want to do other things, the men want to play, and the men have other women come to the house. It's no, the men don't see you as somebody that it's too soon for that man to see you as a woman that he want to live with in a short period of time, because he just know you for 2 months. He just know you for 3 months. He's not going to just bring you into his house. And sometimes when you guys get that rejection from that man that you are trying to live with in a short period of time, and you guys think, he's a player, he's a player, I'm trying to live with him, and he say no, and he's not serious, and after like a year, and he's living in an apartment by himself, and why we cannot live together? Because the man is trying to figure out if you are the right woman to bring into his house. It's different from women. Women, you talk to them after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they live by themselves, and all you got to show, you just got to show them you love them, and trust me, that's your house. Even if the woman meet you after like 2 3 months, that's your house. You can come and leave and stay, because women, time is very important to them. They feel like in that period of time, in that 5 months, they feel like they know you enough to come live with them. And then the reality is they don't know you. They don't know nothing about you in 5 months. But they will open their heart, they will open their home for you. But whereas men, before a man bring a woman to the house and to stay and live with them, they got to make sure. It may take them 2 years to do so. Because women, we believe in love. We got to love you to bring you in. But women, they got to see how long we've been together to see if it's the proper time frame for you to move in. Listen to me now. We as men, we see, do I love her? Can I live with her? Okay, I'm going to bring her in. But the women, she don't see it that way. She see, you know what? I've been talking to him for 2 months. I've been talking to him for 3 months. I've been talking to him for 5 months. I think it's time now for us to move in and live together. That's how women see it. And this is why sometimes they always ended up heartbroken. Because why they always ended up heartbroken? Because they moved too quickly into a relationship. Because guys, relationship is not something that's easy. Because let's say I'm 34, right? So I've been living 34 years without you. How are you gonna believe that you're gonna know me within a year? You will not know me within a year because I've lived 34 years without you knowing nothing about me. And this is how men see it. And when we see a woman, we're gonna make sure that you good and not only like provide sex to us, because if it's for sex, a man can, we would not count how many women we would have because we can get sex. But at the end of the day, the men that want to live with a woman, we are looking more than just sex. We are looking for a friendship. We are looking for sex. We are looking for like a partner. Like we are looking for a counselor. We are looking for a mother. We are looking for all kind of things from a woman. And if a woman cannot provide that to a man, the man will not love you the way you would expect him to love you. So again, this is why I think there is a big difference between, and this is why a lot of women are suffering out there because they're quick to get into a relationship and then boom, they ended up heartbroken. And I'm telling you, anything you rush, anything you don't give time, it's not gonna be a good outcome because you're always gonna end up suffering. You're always gonna end up having so many boyfriends because your expectation is, I'm not saying you should not have some expectation, but measure is your time because the time that you want us men to do certain things, we not gonna move on your time. We gonna move on our time, and we gonna move when we think is the proper time for us to make moves. All right, guys. So it was a pleasure for me to do this video for you, and then I will see you again in my next video. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go to my YouTube channel now and then just subscribe, and then I will see you soon. All right, guys. And then again, comment below if you have any questions. Or I want to know what you think too. All right. I want to know what you think about this. All right, guys. Later.